Welcome to Atlantic Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Pisces for the month of July, including late June 2025. So Pisces, we are in your cousin sign of Cancer. So the element is water, and the theme is emotions. Lots of emotions running around this month. Stagnant ones or torrential ones. So let's see where you're going to find yourself. Now you're in the 5th house, so it's a house of fun and creativity. So let's see what you can come up with, all sorts of creative ways to wend your way through the next 4 weeks, Pisces. Energy around is 6 of Wands, brilliant card, great card actually. Ongoing success, things going well, just flowing along, lots of action, lots of positive stuff happening. So what better card to get? So let's see the rest of the story and the messages that you're going to receive for July 2025. Oh, good. Finally. Okay. Where you are right now, the Devil. Restricted. Very restricted. Major card, major energy, Capricorn energy with the Devil. So it's about being restricted or addicted, either. Overdoing some things in some areas that really need to be reined back in. Now, if that's just a general day-to-day living life sort of scenario where you've just been tipping the balance a bit, time to just rein it in a bit. And we all have times like this where we just go overboard a little bit and then go, oh, put the brakes on quick. Also, relationship-wise can be more than a bit of restriction there. So what's going on in that relationship? Time to get a bit creative with it. Maybe that's just doing your own thing a bit more, or just appreciating the other person more, but spice it up a bit, especially in the 5th house, because as you can see, these pair are chained together and chained to a tree with the Devil sitting on top. So it's a bit like restriction city. Loosen those chains. Okay, let's have a look and see what's influenced that to come in, and in part as well the rest of the reading. Another big card, the World. So the end of a cycle. So whatever has been restricting you, sorry that's not straight, Pisces, it's coming to an end. This cycle is coming to an end, and it's good in a way, because it's just sort of saying, yeah, well, things have been out of balance a little bit. You have been sort of pushing the envelope a little bit too far in certain areas of your life, the good things in life that need to be reined in. And as I said before, also with relationships, you need a bit of spice and a bit of changing up in there, in that quarter as well. And it is coming to an end, so that's a relief in a way, because it's a bit of a hard yards when we're constantly checking ourselves and going, oh my God, I'm on this same old track again. Let's get a look at May, June and see what was going on there. And conflict there. Conflict, air sign, swords. Always that mental energy, Pisces, that really doesn't serve you guys well because you're intuits. So yeah, just conflict with asking other people advice, not taking it because it doesn't apply, and then feeling extremely conflicted because of it. So we're learning to trust our intuition, and you don't need sometimes to be getting advice off others, because their advice will not suit your particular dilemma at the moment, whatever that may be. Now it's only a minor card, so it's not major, but that's one way of sort of seeing how you got to here, you know. We'll see what comes next in recent influences, but that's what we can say about the swords. And because it is a 5, it sort of means change, so there's an impetus in there for you to sort of change that conflict you have with constantly getting advice from other people, which really has no bearing on your path at the moment. Recent influences. And another 5 of Wands, so navigating lots of things going on here with the 5 of Wands, putting out spot fires, roadblocks, obstacle courses, not really being able to have a clear thread of where you're going. It sort of sends you left, right, up, down and every other which way. But it is a good card to learn navigation, I believe. And once again, it's a 5, so it's about change. And you already had the 6 of Wands there, which is the consecutive, so it looks like you're getting a handle on that navigation sort of scenario in your life. And we all get months and times like that where it's just chaotic, really, and we just need to learn to duck and dive a bit more and navigate, prioritise, all those kinds of things. Just another one of life's little twists and turns, really, Pisces. Okay, the lesson you'll be learning. 4 of Cups. Bit of a deadbeat card, really. I hate to say that, it's a negative sounding description, but it's just sort of coming off a high and then sort of coming back down to earth, really, emotionally. Doesn't last for long, this, but it's a consolidation of excuse me, the highs and lows of life. We've got to learn to navigate them and go with the flow with them. We can be on a great high and then suddenly get dumped from a great height and think, oh my God, I'm back here again in this horrible reality. And because you are in your house of creativity, it's about being creative with that and making it a bit better, and not letting the emotional scenario about the 4 of Cups of the could be described as the doldrums, or it could be described as just the, you know, just that horrible sort of icky feeling where it's just, is this all there is kind of energy. So you can spice that up by doing different things and looking at things in a different way emotionally. Interesting reading. Pisces, you always have interesting readings. I guess because you can take them. Near future. 4 of Pentacles. So, yeah, holding on rather than letting go to a situation that's obviously been sort of bubbling away in the background. It can talk about holding on to your money and your finances as well, too scared to spend anything, just looking at that bank account. However, life is a flow, and so it's letting go, and it's constantly ingoing and outgoing, incoming and outgoing, incoming and outgoing, and sometimes we do tend to hold on to finances or emotions as well here. Deep, dark emotions that have a big, long past to them, where we valiantly try to sort of drop that behaviour that we know is really sort of not doing us any good. And I guess that's when the 4 of Pentacles comes in. It sort of is the letting go card, but can be of matters that really, they're not so easy to let go. So there we go. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising as the follow-up to that. Get your sword out, Queen of Swords, very female energy, very much about cutting out things that are no longer working for you. Just being very sort of clear about what you want, decisive, all those air sort of communication issues, ideas, people issues. You've got to be the Queen of Swords, and she has a long list of experiences of not so nice things in life. So she's very fully aware of the good and the bad, the positive and the negative. Can come across quite abrupt and sort of bitter at some point, but that's just because she has learnt that life can deal out all sorts and that you can navigate it with a clear head. Let's see what how other people see you. Ace of Wands, trailblazer, energy abounding, new beginnings coming through. Especially in the house of creativity, this is really great as well. Just get moving on this one. Lots of energy to spare here. New things coming in, can be fertility as well. Some of you Pisceans, watch that one. Or if you're wanting to have it, it's a good card to get. Other people seeing you, that it's the collective or people around you or whoever seeing, you know, these great new sort of beginnings starting for you, but with a lot of action. So be prepared, Pisces. Positive feelings. 9 of Cups, your wish card, hard-earned card, emotional wish card. It's in your positive feelings section, so it's almost like, yeah, well, you feel like you do deserve that for some way. It's something that's hard-earned, though. It's not just sort of sprinkled down from the stars, just going, oh, you can have this just because you're you. It's like something, it's a wish, that you long held a wish in a way that can be fulfilled emotionally, especially in the time of Cancer. So that's a lovely card to have as well. The final outcome. And we have a bit of out in the cold with the 5 of Pentacles. You've got a few 5s, you've got 3 5s, so lots of sort of change on a material world basis coming through here, like day-to-day stories. 5 5 5 5 of Pentacles is that out in the cold card, where you just literally sort of separate yourself from group things and settings where you just think, no, I just don't feel like socialising. I just don't want to be in a big group with people. I just want to focus on myself a bit more. I'm just not in that vein at the moment, really, with the 5 of Pentacles. We'll get a clarifier and see what's underneath that. Find out the meaning of why you're feeling this way, or why that will be prevalent for you this 4 weeks. Cancer. No, Pisces, sorry. Trust. Big card. 47. Do you have issues with faith? Do you have expectations of betrayal? Do you trust the mystery? Do you insist on mapping each and every tiny detail of your life, believing yourself to be the centre of the universe? This market reminds you that trust is required to move forward on your path. So it's literally going with the flow in a way and trusting that you will get what you need, rather than constantly, you know, there are people, and fair enough too, that plan out everything and then something goes wrong and it's like chaos descends. And really at the end of the day, you've just got to learn to sometimes trust in the divine and let things just happen as they happen. Deal with them on the spot, rather than sort of expecting yourself to be a perfect person. And, you know, trust, as in it spells it out perfectly. Trust is a big thing, and we need to sometimes rely on that. But mainly, I love this line. It says, only you can break the relationship between you and the mystery, which is really another word for the universe. Only you can break it by forgetting who you are, a spirit in temporary human form. Remember who you are. So there you are, you're a spirit learning to be human, not the other way round. And trust is very much earned, and trust is also something that we need to let flow a bit more than just kind of mapping things out to the nth detail. Thanks so much for listening, Pisces. I hope you have a great 4 weeks.